Just glad you came. Glad to see you here tonight. Okay. Here's one. It's American tourist, a couple days about tourists. He's on vacation in Mexico, it's Saturday, he's getting ready to leave, but, he's just kind of walking around to see this little village for the last time, and he's, he gets, I gotta get back to the hotel and everything, so I gotta find what time it is, so he's looking around, he didn't have his watch, because of course, he's on vacation. So he sees this old Mexican dude sitting over there, laying against the wall, siesta, got his hat pulled down over his sombrero, they call it, down over his eyes, he's asleep. He goes over there and he just kind of kicks him, hey, Pedro. And, the guy, this guy goes, what? Pedro, you know what time it is? Senor, my name is not Pedro, it's Manuel. Yeah, whatever. Can you tell me what time it is? Well, he says, see? And there's this burro next to him, this ugly burro next to him, and he reaches over and he grabs the testicles, those big balls, and he lifts it up, he says, Senor, it is 10 a.m. And then he goes back to it, and oh my God, that's amazing. I've never seen, and he's walking, the American tourist is walking away to the hotel, and he goes, that's just fantastic. I mean, so I don't know. So he goes, all the other Americans are, getting ready to leave and everything. He says, no, wait. I just saw the most amazing thing. I don't know how he does it. I guess maybe it's the weight of them or something changes throughout the day or something. But I talked to this little Mexican guy, and he says that, he told me what time it was simply by, weighing this donkey's balls. It was amazing. You gotta see this. Come on. No, I mean it. Come on. You gotta see this. So he gets all these guys, and then, the wives and everybody all go crying back down there, And he says, hey, whatever your name, wake up. Yeah, see. Well, what time is it? And the guy goes, Senor, you're back. And he goes like this. It is 11:15. That's amazing. See, what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? And they're all like, okay. No. Well, how is it? What is it? I mean, how do you do that? By just lifting the thing's ball? Is it the weight? I mean, is it the size has changed? What? How do you do that?
Just keep going.
No, senor, no. The clock in the tower is right over there. And
so there we are.
And
there's our
okay.
next big tourist
in Mexico City. It's Saturday. The bullfights, And afterwards, he's got, he's kind of hungry, he ate lunch and everything, so he goes to the fanciest restaurant he can find. It's right there near the arena, so he goes in there and he's got a little table, the one they have. The place is crowded. He goes over there and he's sitting there, and orders a taco, and he's like eating a taco, and then all of a sudden these horns start blaring. You spit something. And double doors. Swing open, and a procession of waiters and the maitre d' and the waiters, captain, they all come out. They've got these big silver platters, and they go all around the restaurant in a big parade. And they wind up in the very front of the restaurant. There's a raised platform, and there's a table, and there's this guy, and he's got the matador suit of lights on, And they one by one they go up there, and the captain, he takes the tray off, and it's a fantastic delicacies, And he puts a little bit out, and the guy in the suit of lights, it's amazing. Oh yeah. And one by one, they come up there and they take off, and finally the last one, and another blast of the horns, and they come up there, and there's two waiters carrying this big platter, and they take off the thing, and there's these two enormous balls of meat, you know, and they slice off a little bit of it, they put it on the plate, and the guy, oh my gosh, this is wonderful, oh my gosh. Well, now the ceremony's over and the guy's just sitting there eating his lunch. Well, the American tourist calls his waiter over, hey, come here. See? Well, what's that all about? Senor, as you know, we have the bullfight on Saturday, and this is a Saturday, and well, that is the greatest honor that you can get in this city. As a special thing, you get to try the delicacies of when the bull, you know, he is killed. That is the finest part of the beef, the finest part of the bull, and it is a delicacy reserved for very special people. So, I gotta try this. I gotta try this. He said, no, senor, you cannot. He said, look. He takes out this wad of money. He said, I don't know how much this is, but I gotta have some. So he just starts putting money on the table, and the waiter, no, senor, I couldn't pot. No. Well, the pile's getting pretty thick. Come on. All right, senor, I guess you'll be here next Saturday. Early, get here early, and you know we will do it. So you know the guy delays his trip, you know, and the next Saturday he comes. Whoa, man, he's there at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and they take him in, you know, and they wash him down, you know, and then they put him into this fantastic the matador suit of lights. You know, he's not a matador, but he gets to wear the suit. It's wow, you know. Well, he sits down and finally, you know, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, bullfights are over. Wow, you know, this is great. So, sure enough, the horn, they sit him at this giant table, you know, up on the platform, you know, and the horns blow, you know, the procession goes, you know, and all the food is really good, you know, but what he's really looking forward to is the grand entree, you know, the big one. So it comes out, you know, there's the two waiters with this giant silver platter, you know, and they walk it all around, you know, and he's like, man, oh man, I can't wait, I just can't wait. So he gets up there, you know, and they pull the thing off, and there's these two little tiny pieces of little tiny balls, you know, and they go to cut it, and he's like, hello! Well, what is this? You know, his waiter comes, well, senor, some tiny bull, he not always lose.
That's not where it goes. No.
Yeah, so anyway, there's this
Not a nail hole.
the farmer goes to see, you know, he put his kid into college, you know, top-rated college, and you know, the kid was bragging about how good he was doing in his chemistry. You know, he was majoring in chemistry, and he was so proud of it. And he introduced him to his professor, who was bragging and just telling him about this new thing he developed. They'd been working on it for years, and they developed a chemical that will dissolve anything, just anything. And this little farmer, you know, kind of because he's practical, which is you don't see a lot of, he says, all right, well, what are you going to keep it in? Yeah. Anyway, so, and it's, why not? Let's go with this. There's a couple of stories. Anyway, the trouble with the rat race is that even if you win, you're still just a rat. And another thing, this is just some kind of thing I heard a long time ago, it makes a lot of sense, is the early bird gets the worm, but it's the second rat that gets the cheese. And this salesman's driving down the road and and he looks off to the right and there's this old farmer's got this big ass bull hitched up to an old-fashioned plow, and they're going along and they're plowing. And he said, "Oh my God," because he's a tractor salesman. And he said, "Oh my goodness, I'm gonna sell me a tractor. Oh my, this is gonna be a big day." So he pulls over, and he goes over there and he says, "Mister, can I talk to you a minute?" Farmer stops, pulls, the bull thing and ties him off, and he walks over to the fence. He says, "Yep, what can I do for you?" He said, Sir, I represent a company that sells the finest tractors made. And he tells him what kind it is, won't mention it, but he tells him what kind it is, and farmer looks at him and says, well, son, I've got the latest one over in my barn right now. I got a tractor. Oh. Well, listen, they've made a lot of advancements. We have accessories. We got plows, and we got discs. We got all kinds of planters. We got everything. So you don't need to do it this old-fashioned way. He said, man, I've got all that stuff. I've had everything, all the accessories for everything that I do on a farm. He said, oh, well then, why is it that you've got that bull hitched up to that old plow? I said, well, son, I'll tell you. I'm going to teach that damn bull that there's more to farming than knocking down my fences and fucking my cows. Okay. So,
What the hell was that?
Okay. In the same vein, this
my God.
guy's going along, and he has a flat. He pulls over, and it's on the left front driver's side.
So there we are.
And he's like,
And there's our-
so he gets his spare out, and he puts that, and he pops the hood, the hubcap off, and he jacks the car up, he got the tire off. Well, just as he does, some moron comes whipping along and just, almost runs him over, but hits the hubcap, and all, 5 of the lugs go flying. Well, he's now, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And he starts looking around trying to figure out what he's doing. It's like miles to town. And then there might not be anybody he could buy a lug nut from. So, he looks over and there's it's like this tall fence with barbed wire on top. And, there's a guy like wearing a bathrobe and he's just standing there kind of staring at him. And he's, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And this guy looks over at him, turns out this is a mental institution, and the guy in the bathrobe says, well, look, this, take one lug nut off each of the other 3 wheels, put it on there, right? You had 5, so you'll have 4, and then you'll have 3, you'll have 3 on this one. And just drive slowly, you can get to a place where you can buy lug nuts and have it fixed. And he goes, I never would have thought of that. That's great, and he looks at the thing and he says, how's a guy like you, what are you doing in a mental institution? He looks at it and says, hey, I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Okay, so anyway, as a kid, this farmer's going along, he's up